Hello, hello. Oh man, it's been a while, huh? Hi, McBig. Hi, Junkrat. How's it going? Oh man. I'm busting out all the stops on the model today. Got my hat, got my quill. Whew. Getting back in the swing of things. Got my glasses because I didn't want to put my contacts in today. So, if my eyes track weird, that's your signal. It's just getting funny. Hello, hello. Ooh, I have got to turn down the volume a little bit because I cannot hear myself. I hope everyone stays going well. Hello, Lisa! I forgot I had, like, bat sound effects anytime I get a first-time chat or a follow or anything. That was so fun. Oh, man. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to meet you. Hope everybody's having a fun day. We're playing Hollow Knight today. I'm gonna get my butt kicked. I am a panic button presser, so this will be interesting. Some of the levels I do like really, really good at picking up the patterns, and then other times I'm like a total moron. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I wanted to say. keep your eye out for like new model art because I got V-Bridger set up because I got an RTX 3060, I think 3090 for my for Christmas, not for my birthday, for Christmas. So I might be re-rigging or remodeling or just upgrading how I look for that. Oh man, the winking is insane because of my glasses. By the way, your model's so cool. Oh, thank you! Thank you, I made her myself. I'm really proud of her. Which is why I might have to update her because I want her to work with V-Bridger. But thank you. Yeah, I modeled and rigged her all by myself, taught myself how. I had a fever for like 2 weeks and was bedridden and bored, so I taught myself how to make a model. Yep, I made it all on my own. Rigged it, did all the toggles, did all the art. It was just a really fun experiment while I was sick, and then I got really attached to her, so now I use her to stream. But I am very, very proud of her. Let's see. I should probably post on like Twitter that I'm streaming too, huh? That's a thing that we do. Oh man, every time I look down, she's like, "Oh, you're sleeping? You're closing your eyes? You're done?" No, I have glasses on, madam. I'm gonna end up having to put in my contacts. Dang it. Alrighty. I did get a link at some point. This is the thing that like I'm so bad at, is the remembering how to like manage links and crap like that. There we go. Have you got all essentials for your stream stuff like logo, banner, overlay, emotes, badges, VTuber, models, etc.? Yeah, actually, I've got some overlay stuff. I bet I could go through them real quick. The starting soon screen, I don't know if you saw that, but I made all of that myself. This drawing mode, which I don't actually know what it'll do. Yeah, I've got this mode too for the overlay that I made all by myself. Actually make graphic stuff, so you don't mind, I can show you my work. I'll be open to seeing it sometime after the stream, but right now, like, I just got my art degree. I want to put it to good use. But thank you, that's very generous. I'd still love to see your work. Helping artists grow and be seen is the best. But there we go. Do you have Discord? I do have a Discord, but it doesn't have... I don't have Nitro, so it's like my real human Discord, like my actual identity. You can DM me over on Twitter, though, if that's easier for you. I've had a lot of people, like, just share work that way. That's always been fun. Let's see. Give it... How long have I been streaming for? Like, a minute? If I try to have OBS and Twitch going at the same time, it, like, throws a little temper tantrum. 8 minutes. Oh, 8 whole minute. Dang. Oh. That's better than I thought. Let's see if I can readjust my screen here. Not my actual, like, streamer screen, just like my OBS screen. It's throwing a fit at me. It's funny how, like, OBS has such a big lag for some of the stuff that, like, it says I have 7 seconds of streaming on OBS. I'm like, I know that's not true. Which one of you gave me a follow? Thank you. It gave me, like, the sound effect, but it didn't tell me who it was. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, after about, like, 10 minutes, maybe we'll start. So, like, a couple seconds. I sent you a request on your X account. Thank you! I will probably look at it more after the stream, just because anytime I look down at my phone, my model's eyes freak out because it thinks that my glasses are eyelashes and starts to blink or shut my eyes. But thank you. Yeah, I'll take a look at that as soon as I'm done streaming. That's awesome. Alright, looks like it's been 10 minutes. Who's ready to watch me get my butt kicked? I have like a normal file that I play for myself where I've gotten like a couple things done. That's how I unlocked a couple backgrounds and things. But we're gonna be starting a new file today because I don't really remember where I was at before. So, in the wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A word you gave to bug and beast, as they had never dreamed. Elegy for Hollow Nest. I love this game. I love the lore. I've got, the reason I've got Quill out is because I've got a little Hollow Knight plushie in my lap that I got for Christmas from my friend. Oh, she lagging. Still beautiful though. There we go. Gorgeous. Even with the lag, like, you can just see the care that went into the art. Like, honestly, lag sucks. No one's gonna argue that lag doesn't suck. But the good part of lag is that, like, you get to see in depth the art for each little frame that it decides to pause on, and that's really cool. If I shut down the Twitch dashboard, does it log me out and, like, stop me streaming? Like, that's one of the reasons I like doing so much of the... Oh, also so you're questioning Instagram. Oh, thank you! Yeah! My Instagram's, like, my real people identity, but thank you! But, yes. No, I'm super excited to start playing as soon as it wants to cooperate with me. Encoding overloaded. Dang. I'll have to fix that in a minute. I hope, like, I'm not lagging at least. Like, my model is moving appropriately. She shrinks, she grow. And there she go. Let me see if I can fix some of the encoding junk. I think I can, like, close some things down that should speed things up too. Let's see. There's always scuff. There's always gonna be scuff. This will be fun too because I have no memory of what the controls are. Let's see. Alright, it says it's good now at least, so let's see what we got. I have no memory of how to play this game. I only know the jump button because I tapped it while I was trying to figure stuff out. Ah! No! Get out of here. I want the monies. I know at some point I can do like little hop. That's what's gonna be really hard actually about starting a new file is like, yeah, I may not be as lost, but I'm going to think I can do moves that I cannot. Oh man, up, 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 up. Ah! Inspect. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul, and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. Collect soul by striking enemies. Once enough soul is collected, hold A to focus soul and heal. See, this is the shit I need, is just the tutorial. Suppose you didn't finish the game on your first run. Nope. Well, I have this bad habit of throwing temper tantrums. I'm not gonna lie when I'm bad at games. I'm not the worst about it, but I am a little grouchy pants sometimes. Also, hello, not big man. But yeah, I haven't... Ah! I haven't finished the game on my first run yet, no. Sounds like a pretty reasonable habit. Yeah! I feel like these kind of platformer games, like, that's the whole gimmick almost. Is like they want you to be grumpy so that you come back with more fervor. And then there's a sense of pride and accomplishment when you actually, like, defeat the guy. Wah! But I also have a tendency to panic. But yeah, so I will take breaks to avoid, like, you know, really losing my cool. At least to the point where it's, like, beyond the fun. But then I will forget that I took a break and not come back for a long time. And then I don't remember where I was. And then I spend, like, not gonna lie, the model's taking big too much of the screen. Oh, yeah, I can fix that, sorry. I think I had her set for my drawing still. Let's shrink her down. YouTube Studio. Come on, Missy. Not that. Oh, I locked her, that's why. Now she's just frozen. That's cool. Ma'am. Shrink, please. You're killing me. Unlock model dragging. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay, there we go. Come over here, honey. I can take my hat off, too, if I remember what button it is. Damn, this long chat delay. It might not just be the delay, too. It might just be that I'm dumb and not paying attention. I'll need to fix that at some point. But I haven't streamed for, like, over a year now. Because I was in school. I just graduated college, actually, like this month. Or last month. It is 30 seconds long, yes. Yeah, I guess what is the standard chat delay? Ah! I've played the game before, I should have known that was coming. What's like the standard chat delay anyway? Well, most people don't have one, but the longest I've seen is like 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, that's a long time then. Money. Yeah, I think I had it set that way because I was worried about my computer getting overloaded, because it's a little bit of an older machine I'm using. And I wanted to be able to, like, actually talk to people. But I bet I can chat settings, fix that real quick. Also, congrats on graduating. Thank you! Yeah, no, it took a long time to finally get my degree, but yes, now I am a degreed professional artist, specifically in, like, animation. Not that I've gotten a job yet, but I am very, very happy, thank you. Alright, let's chat settings. Be under moderation settings. Oh, it just brought me back to Twitch. Let's see, chat options. Non-mod chat delay off. Let's see. Okay. Now if there's a delay, it's just because I'm a space case, or it's not gonna update until after the fact. But technically, it is solved, I think. Art, huh? Only had one friend take art. Wild story, actually, they were twins, but only one of them was allowed on art school because they wanted one of them to have a practical degree. Art is a practical degree! I'm sorry for the other twin, that sucks. Art is practical. People underestimate the importance of an art degree so strongly, and it drives me crazy. Art's real job. Art real job. The market's bad right now, but otherwise art real job. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hollownest. Freaking love this game. But yeah, no, that stinks. Like, art and animation's a real career. Like, people for the longest time would tell me that, like, no, listen. You have to get a real person degree. You have to get a real person job. And I'm like, and I tried, actually. I flunked out of the very real person degree of journalism. Because I hated it, and it was miserable. And I don't trust the news anymore. But yeah, so Dirtmouth, the fading town. I hope that twin gets to explore their art, even if it's not in a degreed sense, because that's rough. Also, like, art isn't easy. Like, is not an easy degree. Like, you have to do critiques. It's a long time. Like, it takes hours and hours, if not days, to do a single piece. Ho there, traveler. I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. The town's fallen quiet, you see. Tell about it. Oh, someone followed me. Thank you. Every time I get the loud bats, I'm like, thank you. I don't know why it's not letting me know who's following me, but I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. I had, like, the little overlay thing for it to tell me who it was at one point, but I don't think I set it up on the gaming one because I was worried about it taking up too much of the screen. Which is funny because, like you said, my model was huge a second ago. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, and yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment. That darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things, after all. Little bench. I do find, like, I don't remember too much of the detail. For all your mapling, supplies will be open soon. Iselda and Cornifer. I love Cornifer. I do remember how much I love Cornifer. But there is so much, like, cool double talk and lore and, like, fun secrets attached to the dream thing. Speaking of which, she's actually doing booths now with her art school twin per my suggestion. Heck yeah! No, that's awesome. Where'd I go? Sometimes loses track of me. That's amazing! That's a good suggestion, too. Like, follow the passion. Like, if you're doing something else, doing something you don't enjoy, or doing the practical degree that you didn't want, like, you're just gonna be miserable. And you're not gonna end up doing anything. Follow the vibes. That's all I gotta say. Follow them vibes. forgotten crossroads. Money, money, money. It was cool. I got to booth with them because they needed a third. Heck yeah! How was that experience? I want a booth really bad. Like, I just want to try it. I've been looking at, like, art fairs and craft fairs in the area because the con booths in my area are, like, stupid expensive. But, like, what was that like? Did you have fun? Temple of the Black Egg. Hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. These guys are so cute. You're a short one, but you have a strong look about you. Don't mess with the short king, Quirrell. I am Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And the egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper below us. I love Quirrell. I love all the characters in this, honestly. Even some of the bosses' designs, I'm just like, yes. Let's see. Wah! Wah! Violence unto you. I should probably actually, like, hop places, too. Let's see. Wander, wander, wander. I don't remember where anything is. In real life, I can't navigate my way out of a wet paper bag. Can I do the little jump kick thing yet? Nah. Ah! Freaking bird. Mosquito thing. It's not a bird. It's definitely not a bird. I'm so screwed when this actual, like, fights start if I can't handle these punks. Ah! Jumpy. Stop it. There you go. Wah! Ah! I'll get back in the habit. I'll get it. I'll get it. Oh man. I love the little, like, arm waggle he does. Like, I'm gonna get you. Grub! Oh, how do I... I'm coming for you, baby cakes. I can't get there yet, but I'm coming for you. Ah! My goodness. Ooh. Let me, I'll make sure I can read all your thing there. It was really sick, so of course it was just a background character when it came to them talking to each other, to other artists. So Didn't make money, but got some experience out of it. Wasn't part of... Oops, wrote a Bible. No, it's all good, man. There we go. That's really cool, though. I'm glad that you got to watch your friends, like, find their footing in their environment and get a hold of their, like, their confidence in their art and stuff. And honestly, it's not really about, like, making a profit the first go around either. It's all about, like, the very, very few fair type things I have participated in. It's not really about, like, the monies the first go around. It's just kind of like finding your footing, finding out what people like, and then you can start planning for, like, the K-ish part after the fact. Good gravy. No, come back here. I wanna... I feel kind of bad killing those ones because they don't have the orange in their eyes. I know the orange has a something. We almost paid for the table, so that was cool. Yeah, that's the hard part too, is like the tables are so expensive, it really limits your profit options. That's one of the reasons, like, I want to start at, like, little local junk instead of big cons and things like that. And, like, you just never... You never know what they're gonna charge, and if there's not, like, 8 of you splitting the cost, it's always super pricey. And because they don't want 8 of you splitting the cost, there's a bunch of places that are, like, they have rules against you sharing tables. Which I don't know, I find that kind of bunk. But it's that whole, like, what's the phrase? You gotta spend money to make money. Which I think is a bad philosophy overall, but whatever. Oh, but I came this way. What am I doing? Because there's the grubby boy. It was probably cheaper here. It was like $100. Yeah, that's a lot cheaper than the con scene here. Con scene here is like, I think it depends on which table you're getting. It's, what was it? Because, like, the one I was looking at, that's, like, the big con here, it was, like, $800 for the per day, I think, to get a booth in, like, the nice area for Artist Alley. Which is silly, in my opinion. At least for, like, one of the long ones. I think the tiny ones in the crappy areas are, like, $100, 200-ish. But yeah, it's this whole, like, real estate weirdness planning with it. Which I don't think I can go there yet. Ah! Damn you, little bug man. And your knockback. There's not a single thing in here I wouldn't want as a plushie. I'm cuddling my Hollow Knight right now. He's my emotional support bug while I'm suffering through being bad at the game. Not yet, but when come first boss, I'll need the emotional support. But everything in here's so cute. This is I'm a third world country, so that stuff's pretty cheap. Yeah. No, I live in, you know, so stuff's pricey. But, you know, it's fancy, so. Hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. Hi, Cornifer. I know you. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes, Cornifer! Anything for you, babe. Have you played this game on your own? No stream. I mean, oh, yeah. Yeah, a long time ago. It's been years. Last time I played this game, I didn't stream. Like, I didn't have a model. I didn't have OBS. I couldn't figure out OBS at the time, but I was a dumb child, so that's kind of standard. But yeah, I am still familiar with some of my favorite characters, like Cornifer and his wife Zelda, and Quirrell, and the lady, Little Red. I know her name. I promise I know her name. It's just not clicking. Hey, Cornifer's married. Yeah, I know! His wife is so cool too. Like, she's so funny. She's just bored and she's like, I guess I'll do this because I love my big husband, but whatever. She's so blasé about everything. Money. But yeah, like, oh, you mean Silk Song? Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know what I mean. I'm so bad with, like, the names. Like, I didn't remember Cornifer's name until I read it on the sign up in Dirtmouth. I just, like, he was just the map guy. Silk Song, the famous Hollow Knight character in Red. Yeah. I thought she had another name. Like a shorter, like a nickname or something, I don't know. Quit spitting acid at me. Take a Tums, dude. Like, just Jesus. Her name is Hornet. Yeah. Hornet. There we go. I'm just bringing up Silk Song brain rot on chat. Go for it, man. Hornet. There we go. I am just stupid, but yeah. Hornet. There we go. No, she's a really cute character design too. Just very simple, and her animations are very fluid. I mean, all the animation here is very fluid, but still. But yeah, it's been so long since I played this game. Stuff like that, I'm just gonna go right over my head. No. Oh, money pile. How many years is art, by the way? I had a 4-year degree. I had to do it for 5 years because they changed some of the requirements on me. And I went to a satellite school. Like, my main campus was not in the place I am. I went to a little extended one. But it was a 4-year bachelor degree. It was technically a Bachelor of Science. You can get associate's arts degrees for, like, painting and stuff. But yeah, I basically did 4.5 years because I had to mess the semester up. I also had a semester's worth of gen eds that I had saved up from flunking at one point. So I think only a semester's worth of my classes for a year ended up being like good enough of a grade to transfer. But yes, so 4 years technically. But I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I went to Christian art school too, so that was part of it. Is the some of my extra classes were for that part of the degree. do they teach you marketing and art? If you do the graphic design program, yeah. I did animation, but yeah, the graphic design one is the like marketing and business art kind of part of the degree, which is very valuable too. I didn't end up going with that degree because I didn't want to. Typeface makes my brain hurt, but they did teach it to you. A lot of art degrees, like people say art school kind of is a like shorthand thing, but art degrees are actually like broken up into several different smaller degree programs. So you can have like technical gallery art, you can have... Did it make sense if all artists got some sort of marketing though? Kinda, but a lot of it's focused on like marketing for other people as opposed to self-marketing. We did have a couple of self-marketing based classes. Like I took a portfolio class. It was all about like self-marketing and setting up like how to advertise yourself for positions and things like that, how to set up freelance work, and ding. I like him too. Big guy. Good boy. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired of these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. Makes sense. Yeah, it's really interesting how a lot of the system is kind of structured. Because like you'd think like an art degree would teach you like a bunch of different aspects of art and like all of the overlap, but really it's like focused into like graphic design, animation, gallery and technical art, sculpture. Like they're all their own thing, even if there's overlap. And then typically all of them will at one point teach you like how to at least market yourself. The biggest thing I learned for marketing art for yourself is like it's all who you know and how you get to know people too. And I'm not the biggest fan of that from like an ethical standpoint, if I'm honest. Like I don't like the idea of networking in the sense of like I am making friends with you so that I can get money off of it. I hate that. And I have like this weird guilt complex about like charging people money. I don't know why. It like anytime like I've got friends that are like, "Hey, can I commission you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, here's your thing." And they're like, "How much do I owe you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I don't know. But it's because I know them and I'm like, "You are my buddy. I do not want to like charge you things because you are my buddy." But you know, as all of them have pointed out to me, that is dumb and I should just charge for my commission work. Which I have been reluctantly doing. Yeah, that is dumb. Yeah, it is. I know. It's just some weird, like, guilt complex. I don't know. But I'm working on it. I'm getting over it. I don't know where it comes from. But yeah, the marketing thing that I've learned the most is, like, network. Make friends, and they will... You can help them, and they can help you, and it's this good mutual aid thing. So that's been the main thing I've learned. They've also been, like, there's been a lot of stuff about teaching how to properly network, which I appreciate a lot for the stuff, too, because it's like, yeah, it's not as manipulative as it sounds, you know, you're not exclusively talking to these people because you want something from them. But if you make friends in your industry and share common interests, you never know what'll happen. Kind of a philosophy, and I like that better. And I have made a lot of really cool friends in my degree and in my industry. As long as it's mutual, don't see how it's bad, to be honest. You're just both making money. Yeah, no, that's exactly the actual philosophy. I just get, like, anxious over asking people for money. I don't know why. I'm getting over it. But, oh, jeez. Wah! Leave me alone! I just want to explore. Go away. Yeah, game music is a whisper. I did turn it down at one point because I wasn't sure where the voice levels were at, but I can turn it back up in a second once I'm done with this. Yeek. Ah! Stupid random attack pattern. I mean, it's not random, but stupid attack pattern. You're pretty well spoken. Thank you! I appreciate that. That's very kind. You are very well spoken as well. Sorry, I'm very, like, focused in. Ah! I feel like I'm well spoken when I'm not, like, panicking about the, the attack patterns killing me. How often did you stream back then? Not often enough. I was actually still in school while I was trying to stream, and I have I have several, like, freelance jobs, but I've also got, like, a part-time day job. So not very often, but now that I don't have a school schedule to worry about, I'm hoping I can stream much, much more often. Because I enjoy this a lot, and I missed it heartily. Ah! Take that, tantrum boy. But yeah, I think, like, it was, like, once, probably, like, once a week. And usually at this time, yeah, typically, like, around, like, my time, noon to 2. I don't know if that's, I don't know what that time is for everybody, but yeah. Typically around, like, or I'd start at noon to 2. I didn't only stream from noon to 2. I would start at noon to 2, and then I just kind of keep going until I was, done or bored. Oh! Be free, little guy. Go on. You're not a slave to the mallet anymore. Be free. Yeah, it was a crisp 5 a.m. when you start. Oh, ouch. Gross. Yeah, that is too early, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot. You didn't have to wake up early. But, well, I guess I'm probably not the reason you woke up early. You're probably already up, but still, that is a lot. Thanks for coming. I don't think I've woken up before, like, 7 o'clock in several years. Nah, it was 4 a.m. when I got uni going on. Wait, what uni is making you go at 4 o'clock in the morning? That is cruel and unusual. What unholy class has told you you have to be there that early? Evil, evil. If I had a class, I think, that was like, hey, can you be here at 4 a.m.? I'd be like, no, I don't need the degree that bad. But I'm a wuss. I hate being awake early. We'll see when I get home. I'm just super tired, so I sleep after dinner. I do my studying in the morning. Oh, okay. Aw. That makes more sense, yeah. Most of my classes were, like, evening classes, or, like, I TA'd for an evening class. So I think I just got in the habit of, like, staying up late, and then class starts at 8 a.m. Yeah, I had a couple of those. 8 a.m. classes are, oofta for me. I'm just a night owl, though. I don't know if it's the goth girl thing or what, but I'm a sleepy little bat. Oh, who's that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange, empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Dude, you're wearing a shell. Trip's about an hour with prep and all. Ooh, that's a long commute. That's like double my commute. That's a lot. Water. Something important has drawn you into Hollow Nest's corpse. Jeez, dude. But I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help? Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift. A nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh. They will not get off of Hollow Knight for being short. They do not stand a short king in the Hollow Nest, I guess. Yeah, that's funny. 3/5 of the last streamers I recently followed are bat-themed. Because bats are the best! I think I wasn't entirely bat-themed. I think I just wanted to be like... I wanted to animate the wings. But I leaned into it. I'm a bat now. Tap A to unleash the spirit. Especially because, like, if I shake my head a lot, they'll flap in funny patterns. And they're synced up. Well, not exactly synced up, but, like, Quill here, my little plushie, also has his wings flap. So, I think I just did them because they're fun. But bat-themed is the best. We should form a bat club. I'll follow them too. Oh, you've awoken at last. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but seemed to have slipped away myself. Oh. Now we're awake. I was wondering whether you would do me a small favor. Not as repayment for my gift, of course, simply because we're friends now. He gets the marketing. He's the snail shaman knows how to network. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such disrespect! I'd be quite grateful if you were to venture deeper in and slay it for me. It's hardly a creature, but with your new power, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with this small favor, my friend. Oh ho 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 ho. Yeah, oh ho 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 ho. I'm gonna turn up the volume too, I forgot about that. Wow, not all the way. Just out of curiosity, was there more people in art school with dyed hair versus not having dyed hair? No, not at mine. I think it's probably the case for most art schools, but I went to a Christian art school. So no. People who did have their hair dyed, it was usually like a natural color instead of, oh, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. That is now super duper loud for me. Turn that down just like a notch. No, not all the way. Let's put it at 5. Bring the sound down a little bit. Oh, rough. Yeah, I had my hair colored just blonde for a while, but it was like a very like a platinum bright blonde. So it wasn't impossible. It wasn't an unnatural color, but it was not a natural color either. Yeah, Catholic school for me, so we got the same restrictions. It wasn't really that there was a rule against it. A lot of people just didn't. Like, we were allowed to dye our hair whatever color we wanted. It's just a lot of people, that wasn't like what they grew up with as like a culture. There were a few people with really bright colored hair. It wasn't against the rules. It was just like uncommon. I wanted to dye mine like the same kind of purple I've got on my model here, but it's expensive to keep up with. You guys are sneaky little bugs. But yeah, there were weird rules and stuff, but it didn't really apply to my campus as much. Like, the main campus was really strict about stuff like that. I guess I don't know about hair dye specifically, but they were very strict about, like, clothes and things. But we didn't really follow that at our campus. We were much more lax. I remember when I was looking at starting, I had never gone to like a private institution type school. I'd only, oh, we have uniforms. Oh, ew! Sorry, I'm sure that the uniforms are nice, but like, ugh. I hate being told what to wear. I'm a very free-spirited little goth girl. And like, I am Christian still, but like, I just don't like being bossed around like that. It's just not my style. But yeah, I couldn't do the uniforms. They don't have uniforms at my main campus either, but they do have this, like when I was getting set up, I was actually really scared at first because I'd never gone to a non-public school, so I didn't know what rules would be different. I didn't want to make like a bad faux pas. So I did a lot of research into like the terms of service that the school had on its website, and like was trying to be really careful about what I did and what I needed to know. Damn it. And I panicked because like, so I identify myself as just like generic Christian, like store brand Christian. You stop. Oh, that was stupid. Of me, not of the game. But because my one side of the family is Mormon and the other side of the family is Catholic, so I just kind of put myself in the middle. Raised Christian, I suppose. Yeah, but raised like down the middle of Mormon and Catholicism. So, weird split, half and half kind of a thing. So that's mostly what I did. The problem is that like I was looking through the terms of service for the school, and they said that you had to go to church once a week and prove by getting it signed by a church official that you were there. It didn't matter which church, it just had to be you were going to church. Used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with an ancient rage, so you did what you had to do. You have my gratitude. Of course, we both know you wouldn't have made it through without that spell of mine. Look, the gate opened. I'm sure you're gonna move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever you're seeking, it will find you. Thanks, dude. And I was really worried at first because I was like, well, I don't want to have to choose between which church to go to, and I don't know if I can with a job go once a week. And the idea was if you didn't go, you had to do community service hours to make up for the fact that you weren't in church. And if you didn't do the community service hours by the end, you had to pay a fine on top of your tuition. And I was like, I cannot do that. I do not want to have to not go to this university over this. So I like panicked and messaged a whole bunch of like officials and things like that. And at my campus, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Can we make an exception? Like, I don't know what to do about this. And they were like, oh, we don't do that here. That's just the main campus. You don't gotta worry about it. I was like, oh, thank goodness. I mean, how do they check that you ain't forging it? Or are they calling every church that student went to? No, I think it was just like an honor system thing where they were like, we expect to see a signature. And I think for like students who are Christian, the idea of forging a priest's signature is terrifying and wouldn't probably want to do that. I know I would feel bad about it, so I probably wouldn't have, but yeah, I think it was just an honor system. That sounds crazy, I'm not gonna lie. What if you were of a different religion who doesn't go to church? Exactly, no, like that was the scary thing, is I was like, look, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna step on people's toes. I feel comfortable with like having to pick between my parents' churches to go to, and I don't think they're gonna love me getting it from like alternating churches each week. So I don't want to do that. And they're like, yeah, we don't actually do that here. That's just the main school. I'm like, why does the main school do that? Why do you say that like that's normal? But yeah, so like just the main big campus in a different state follows those rules, and I'm really glad that I didn't have to worry about that because I would have been very upset. How do I tab over to the map? But yeah, like that's the thing too, is like we were a Christian university technically, but we didn't only have Christian students there. We had a lot of students who were just like atheist or agnostic or from other religions, or like I think there was actually like a girl I met there who was practicing Wicca, and like the good thing is no one really cared. Like no one was really like a jerk about it or anything, which is really nice because some people are awful about like telling other people what they believe and what they don't. That was not the case for my school, fortunately. There were a couple people who were really like strict about it in weird ways, but none that I really like knew or hung out with. No, there was this one girl who scared me a little bit. She's really intense, and when I had mentioned, because we were doing a faith class, it was like a biblical cultures class or something like that. I don't remember. And one of the things that we were asked to do was go to whatever church service that our beliefs did go to, or if we didn't have one, to just find a church service to go to, and to like just do a little report off of what the service was like what are the traditions, what are some of the processes, and we were going to look at historically where those processes came from, which was kind of neat. And I went up to my teacher, I'm like, hey, I got this situation, like what do you want me to do? We have a lot more Catholic students than Mormon students here. Do you want me to do one on it for that? Because there's not going to be as much overlap, or like, what do you want? And he's like, would you be comfortable writing about both of them? Like both of your experiences? Just because I think that's really cool that you have a unique situation, and I would love for your report to be about like comparing and contrasting and how you kind of ended up in the middle. I'm like, yeah, cool. And this girl's face when I brought up that I had grown up with like two kind of religious backgrounds, and that one of them was Mormon, she looked like she thought I was like a zombie. Like she looked like I was gonna bite her and infect her somehow. She was not happy about it. And she's the only person I've ever met in my life who looked like they gave a crap about it. But like she was so frustrated. And like visibly uncomfortable, and I was like, I'm just giving a report, ma'am, you don't gotta do this. She was just the one, like every school's got their like Karen in training, that was ours. Didn't that get confusing growing up? Yeah, nope, not really. You'd think. But my parents didn't like hide that one path, or like certain traditions came from one and others came from another, so it didn't really come across as like confusing or odd. And the neat thing is that like my parents expressed like to me a few times, like, this is just what we believe, and you know, we won't know what the truth is until, you know, we're dead, but this is what we believe is going to happen. So they kind of told me, like, we want you to consider what you believe, and then you can kind of decide from there. We just wanted to share with you what our beliefs were. Did your parents have any disagreements in regards to raising you because of it? A little, like, not... Honestly, they handled it, like, as well as anyone could with that kind of a thing, because that's not, like, a small disagreement thing to have. But actually, for the most part, they were like, well... They had, like, a conversation when I was on the way, you know, in transit, so to speak. And they were like, well, I really want to raise our kid in the traditions I grew up with, and you really want to raise him in the traditions you grew up with. So yeah, they kind of came to this conclusion that like, okay, well, let's expose her to both and let her kind of decide when she's older what she wants to do. And for the most part, there were some other disagreements with like my grandparents involving in that, but they kind of came to a consensus at one point, and I was pretty much just raised with a little bit of exposure to both sides. You think they made a bet? I kind of hope they did, just because that would be hilarious. That would be really, really funny if they did. So yeah, I kind of hope so. I don't think they would ever tell me about it, but that would be funny. It was really especially funny, like, how that conversation changed when I had a little brother, too. I guess it didn't really change, but kind of the whole idea of, like, my brother and I both thinking, like, oh, well, one of us could be one and one of us could be the other, and then it's still an equal split. And when you're a kid, you don't have any regards to the idea of, like, no, this is a big deal, like, you deciding what you believe is a big deal and stuff like that. We kind of saw it as, like sports teams almost, where we were like, we gotta keep the teams even, which is just, of course, now that we're older, we know better, but, like, that's just such a funny memory of, like, us as kids being like, well, one of us will just be one and the other will be the other, and we can figure out which is which when we're older. I mean, it's kind of like a sports team. It kind of is, yeah. Which is funny because it's all the same sports team, just different colors. Like, it's. There are obviously like some key differences in the methodologies and the practices and stuff, but they're all fundamentally coming from like the same origin point. So I don't know, man. But no, I think that it gave me a lot of benefits, honestly, when it came to like belief systems and faith and critical thinking and things like that. So Catholicism has always been shoved down my throat, like they keeping it tight here. Oh, walk right off the cliff. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, I don't feel like that is a healthy way to introduce faith or try to encourage people to explore faith. Even if you want them to be part of yours, I don't feel like the intense, like, this is what you're gonna be, this is what you're gonna be, this is what you're gonna be, is, like, the way to do it. Because that usually drives people off. Especially, like, the more strict it gets, the worse it gets. And, like, I feel like I've got a pretty solid connection with my faith because I was given the opportunity to choose kind of, like, what my ideas and beliefs were. Of course it ain't, but they're old. They don't know how kids think. Yeah, true. Oh, bury the night with a broken nail. Bury the priest, something about a crown. I can't remember the rest of that one. Haha. Maybe I'll just hum it. Hi, Mila. But yeah, like, I think there's a lot of like, well, this is how I grew up, so obviously this is how everybody grows up. And that ain't right. That ain't the case. So I think that a lot of people are doing the best they can with what they've got. But yeah, I don't necessarily agree with all of it. But no, I'm really proud of my parents for being just very mature and considerate of each other when it came to me having a chance to explore faith from the get-go. Because both of them were raised like from the start in their faith. So I think it's a cool thing that they Can I not aim this down? Nope. Guess not. But no, I think they did I've got great parents. They did a really good job. On me and my brother. How'd they get married? Christian Mormon just signed some papers. They kind of just non-denominational ceremonied, from what I can remember, like just kind of went in the middle of the road. And they, I think they got married at a Lutheran church, actually. But from obviously I wasn't there, but from the pictures and stuff, like, it was a gorgeous ceremony. Like, the dresses are pretty, the decorations are pretty, like, it was the mid-90s, but it looked so beautiful, and I love what my mom's wedding dress was too. I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, just kind of like split the difference, I guess, is the best answer. But yeah, they were really cool about it. But I'm sure there's other stuff that's like challenges for them while they were dating and engaged and things like that that I will probably never know about, just because they don't, it's their jam. But I think that from what I've seen, they handled all of it with grace and consideration for each other. Yeah, my parents didn't marry. Wonder if that affected my upbringing anyway. I don't know. I've heard from different people that I know whose parents weren't married, that it did affect them, that it didn't affect them, that it affected them positively, it affected them negatively. I won't speak for your experiences, but I think it often depends on, like, the parents themselves. I was the accident child. You were the happy surprise, I'm sure. At least I would hope. Oh, back here. But I think it's funny, one of the things that I wasn't an accident, but I was a surprise in a way. Like, the typical, like, how one finds out, like, they always show it like you take the test on and then, like, whoops-a-daisy, there it is, happy baby on the little plus sign exam. That's not how my folks found out about me. My mom had a toothache, and the doctor's like, well, I could give you these pain meds, but is there a chance you could be pregnant? And they're like, well, I don't know, there's a chance, but I don't think so. And he came back and he's like, well, yeah, you're pregnant, so I guess no pain pills for you. And they were like, wait, what? So, like, they were hoping for me, but that was the announcement method, which I love the idea that the doctor was like just completely irritated about having to change his prescription plan instead of the, like, congratulations. But it was like an ER doctor, so I'm sure he was having a tough time. Hi.
Oh,
I love them. I love them. Grub, 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 grub. Oh, thank you. Grub, 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 grub. Yeah, the happy surprise. I don't know about everybody, but I would be very excited about a baby. I know that's not actually how everybody feels, but personally, I'd be like, heck yeah. Except I'm broke. I don't know. I don't know anymore. You mean like right now? Not right this minute. If it's right this minute, then I need to call the church. There's some that, or like get published in a medical journal. There's some scientific impossibilities involved there. But maybe not for me personally. If it was like a friend of mine or something, I'd be like, woohoo! I actually do have a friend who's having a baby soon. I'm very excited for that. Like on their behalf, I guess. I'm very excited for them. But I do think that there was one doctor who was not right now, but no, that is exactly the implication. Like, it would be physically impossible. We'd be getting a new Christmas if that was the case. I guess I can't think of another more tactful way to say that I haven't engaged in any activities which would constitute that kind of news. Oh, now the bad guy. Oh yeah, no, not that. No, that would be a whole other situation. No, I would be. There would be a kind of a new Christmas, but yeah, no, not that one. No, I'm good there. No, nothing like that. No, that would be the police. Go away. Go away. But yeah, no. If that kind of dang it, you little twerp. Go away. Well, and do they have to pay extra for the diagnosis? That seems like an easy way to kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, I don't think they did. I don't think they had to pay extra for that. I don't know what the rules were in the 90s, late 90s for that, but yeah, I don't think they had to pay any extra. I think they were just like, well, we'll take care of your tooth, but we can't give you pain meds. But yeah, I think it was next time you're just trying to get a dentist appointment. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, I think it was a weekend when they found out, so like the dentist was closed, so they had to go to the ER just to get something to like hold them over until they could get the dentist. But it was very very funny story, I thought. Like, just the whole idea of like, well, no meds for you. But yeah, I guess it's a good thing that they didn't have the oh shoot. The dentist, because I don't know if that would have been part of, I don't know if that's part of their usual screening. Ah! You got no chat rules at all, by the way. You should have set up. I thought I did have them set up. I don't know. I guess if there's... What would change that? I thought I had them set up. I thought I had a couple of words blocked and some stuff about, like, no abusive language, no doxing stuff, like, kind of thing. Maybe they're not applied. I don't know. I'll have to go back and mess with Twitch. It could be that, like, I haven't streamed in so long that it messed up my settings somehow. What, where? I don't know, man. I don't know. I probably set them up wrong, honestly. It's been a hot minute. I know I set up, like, a rules thing on my page, on, like, the Twitch page. I made, like, a banner for it. Oh, never mind. I see it in the about section, but it didn't pop up when I got in here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I might need to redo the pop-ups, because I think I had a plot for it. I don't remember. I might not have set up the pop-ups, honestly. I don't remember. But yeah, I can set those up at some point. It's been a long time since I actually did, like, any stuff with the Twitch Creator app. I'll need to go through it. I had a friend who was helping me set up stuff at one point. I should ask her again. I'm really excited for her to get her VTuber model and debut too. Yeah, I will not shut up about it for days when that happens. I will stream a bunch just to be, like, hyping her up, honestly. I've seen her design. It's the cutest. Let's see. No, you see what I mean about I can't navigate my way out of a wet paper bag? I keep doubling back on my path. Let's see. Hornet! There she is! Speedy. Whoa! Speaking of Speedy. Hold on, it says here no personal information. It's like a lot of this is pretty personal. I mean, like, don't dox me kind of stuff. I don't mind if people are, like, talking about their lives and stuff, but I just don't want, like, don't put your address on here, don't put my address on here, like, no credit card information. But I don't think any of those fun facts are like security questions or anything on my account, so I don't think they're gonna bother anybody. Does anyone you know IRL follow you? Yeah, couple. Like 4, 3? I don't know. Some of them. I also don't have my account like completely separated from my real name. Like, I don't want people using my real name on here just because it's kind of... I made the model. When I'm here, I'm Ink. I don't want to be my human name when I'm streaming. That just kind of throws off the vibes. But I don't have it like completely separate either, just because... I mean, I want people to look at my artwork and stuff. I'm an artist. That's the whole idea. Pff, your human name. I mean, I'm a bat witch right now. It's not a human. Right now, I am Inkblot, the Inkblot witch. I was made from ink. I became a bat out of ink. My whole little character story is that I was a... I'll have to do lore streams sometime, too. Maybe, so you have no rights right now, yeah. I have witch rights. Witch law says I do what I want, suckers. So. Pop. You're an inanimate object in the eyes of the law, Ms. Blot. I don't know. Does this look inanimate to you, punk? I can talk. I can move. Who says I can't do anything I want? I hope I don't. This is. That'd be the funniest thing if I got copyright strike for like for quoting a musical. I guess I have to. I'll have to make a model. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I'll have to make a model that's like plant, plant lady. I already have someone who wants me to make a like clown lady model too. Man, you really are an art kid quoting musicals. Yeah, man. That's where I'm at. Oh, I always wanted to do that part in a play. I always thought that would be fun. The only problem is I can't sing. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a human and lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Purchase a map of the area? Yes, please! But yeah... the struggle for the most part was like, I used to participate in plays back in high school. Yeah, they're fun. Like I always wanted to do that bit, but like we really just did musicals. Like they didn't really advertise the non-musical plays, so I didn't really know about any of them. And I was a decent play actor. Like I'm not great or anything, but I wasn't bad. Especially not for a high school kid. And especially when I was in high school, like I could do voices. Like I could do really good voices. Not quite as good now that I've got my grown-up voice, but like when I was a pitchy high schooler, I could do a lot of really cool voice acty bits. What? I'm trying to keep my language on the down low. But okay. Recalibrated. I just can't sing worth a darn. People will argue that, but like I just, as far as like a technical skill goes, there's no, I can mimic, I guess. What parts of plays did you like doing when you were in high school? Were you like crew or actor or sound? We had like a really fancy stage for some reason for a school that didn't have enough money for a fancy stage. Oh, you nerd, everyone can sing technical schmecnical. Alright, maybe I'll do a karaoke stream and I'll prove to you that, like, it's not, the problem is, too, is, like, I have a very bass voice. I know that, like, biologically, technically, women can only get down to, like, an alto or whatever, but as far as, like, the female scale goes, I'm pretty low. So a lot of the parts that they write for women are, like, really high registers. And I'm down here with the dudes, like, in a lower voice range. Dang, girl. But no, I would... Hold on. There we go. My chat was, like, saying, like, we paused it! And I'm like, no, why? But it was just my OBS being a dork. Oh, I always acted. I hated doing the other stuff, so I just acted. Plus, I thought it'd help with anxiety and stuff. It does, honestly. Like, it weirdly helps. Oh. With you, dude. Not you, specifically, the... I know I'm in the way, but, like, the guy blew me up. Those who stray from the White Knight's roads shall face the law of Un. Or Un. But yeah, like for some reason getting up and like, that's a funny thing about the VTubing too, is like something about getting up and getting to be a different thing, a different person, a different part, like just getting to play the character role really helps the like performance anxiety. If I had to do this with my face cam on, I would be freaked out the whole time. I'd be like, no. I'd be like worried about like acne or like what the camera's doing or if I'm in frame. This, like, the scuff is so low stress. I think there's a... Come to think of it, I think there's a Kurt Vonnegut quote that's like, from like a Kilgore Trout thing, that says like, you are who you pretend to be, so be careful who you pretend to be, or something like that, where like you just take on the perspective of the character that you portray. putting way too much pressure about yourself. I think it's funny because I was really scary. It's not really like scary. I think I'd just be like too focused on like if it's going right or not. Plus, like, I'd be paranoid about people being like, "Did I see you here or there?" And I just don't like. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. There's like a comfort in the pseudo-anonymity I have on here, where like people can look at my art, but for a little bit, I'm not the daily, the professional, the art lady. I am the Inkblot witch. And I like being ink. It's like a vacation, I think, honestly. Sorry, I saw that you sent something. I'll see it in a sec. There we go. Little punk. Ooh, yeah, that's a... I'm gonna allow that. Sorry, it was like, it flagged the word. I hope that quote's not real. I mean, it's a real quote, but like, it's from a spy novel. I don't think it's applicable. It was just sort of like, I think the book's about like a spy guy that goes undercover and has to put on this mask to fit in, and or like this persona to fit in with his cover story, but it's a really crappy person he has to pretend to be, and then it starts affecting him in his day-to-day. So someone tells him, like, you know, hey, maybe it's because you've been acting like a jerk for this job so long, you're turning into a jerk. But yeah, I don't think one project is gonna, for an internet safety PSA, is gonna mess you up. Although, like, I wouldn't be opposed if being a VTuber long enough gave me cute, pointy ears and bat wings. I'd be pretty jazzed about that. Because I said nerd. It did flag nerd. I don't know why it flagged nerd. I thought I had the settings, like, pretty low, but it was, like, flagged for bullying. I'm like, no, you can call me a nerd. That's not bullying. That's just accurate advertising. But no, I want to get eventually like someone to mod for me, like actually just flag the messages themselves. But for now, I am poor, and I don't want to make anyone do that without being paid, and I don't have the money to pay anybody for it. Nor the tax know-how, come to think of it. But yeah, I think that I need to mess with my auto mod a little bit. But a lot of this is just kind of experimental since it's been a hot minute and a half since I last streamed. I'm glad I haven't gotten my butt kicked too bad yet. I haven't died yet. I'll take that as victory. I swear to God there was a grub around here. Like, they make their little audio cue. I thought I heard it. Don't get me as a mod, though. Everyone I modded quit streaming or cheated on me. Cheated on you? Like with another mod? Yeah, cheated on. Dang. But yeah, I would love to keep doing streaming, for sure. My kind of issue, not issue, quote, is that I have, I'm not always the healthiest. Well, and there's a previous message before that. Oh, I've never been paid for my modding jobs. There we go. Sorry. I've actually got, like, I don't have 2 monitors. I just have the OBS chat pulled up on my art tablet, so it's kind of a small window. Whew. See, like, I'm not the healthiest gal in the world, so you can hear, like, the goopies in my voice, because I had a cold, like, 3 days ago. I've still got a little bit of the sniffles. But yeah, I don't know. Modding, I know, isn't something that people get paid for a ton, but I would feel bad asking someone to babysit my streaming without paying them, or at least offering them, like, free commissions or something. Labor for labor. Yeah, you do sound coldy. Yeah! This is the best I've been able to talk in a while, and I feel better. I feel fine. I don't feel like I have a cold, but my voice is still kind of recovering, I think, a little bit from the coughing. But yeah, I have a hormonal condition that, now that I'm treating it, it's helping it, but it also has kind of taken a toll on my immune system and what my body's used to. So I've been getting sick a lot easier since then. It's not honestly as bad as it, like, sounds. I just get sick periodically. Dang, gosh darn diddly. Ah! I don't even have, like, a non-swearing rule. I don't know why I'm trying to be so censored. I'm just like, I guess I want to save it for when it's actually the boss fights and I'm mad. No, but yeah, it's funny thinking every single person I modded for quit, like, maybe 2 months after I started modding. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. It's always kind of sad when someone has to stop streaming. Like, I was really sad when I had to take my big hiatus because of school and work and stuff, but it's especially sad when you're, like, excited to help out and then things go all wonkadoodle. Oh, you don't? I've been censoring myself because I thought it wasn't your thing. No, I swear like a sailor, usually. Probably more than I should, but, I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad swearing, on stream and stuff just because I'm like, I don't know these people yet. But, time to pull out my inner Vivsy Pop. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, if your inner Vivsy Pop also gets you, like, a well-funded cartoon, then I guess that's not a bad thing. But no, like, once we start getting to the point where I'm losing boss fights, it'll come out. I think part of it, too, is, like, occasionally my parents will watch my stream, because they're great, supportive parents. I also should specify, like, they're not watching right now. I'm not kissing butt. Because I know they're watching, but still, like, every now and again I'm like, I don't know how they feel about that. That is true, huh? As much as people make fun of them, they are making money. Yeah, no, like, I don't dislike those shows, honestly. Like, there's definitely stuff to tease about it, but in all in good fun. And there are, like, some technical things that, you know, I would not count myself as quite the same skill level as the Spindle Horse squad necessarily, but I can still, thanks to my very expensive education, spot like technical issues or things that I have with it. But overall, I think that they're doing a good job producing an entertaining show, and honestly, that's all you gotta say for it. My issue with it is not the fault of them. my biggest issue with it is that it is a show for adults. It is a show for adults. It is a show for adults. No children should be viewing that content whatsoever. I guess I can understand like late teenagers watching it, but that is like the youngest person that should be watching it. I work at the mall at a store that carries merchandise for the Spindle Horse line of products. And I think that I maybe sell those products to someone with over the age of 12, maybe once a month. Everything else is like small children, and small children should not be watching, in my opinion, Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss. I might call me a prude, like, but that just seems a little off to me. And she's put very clearly in multiple places that that is a show for grown-ups, and that she doesn't want kids watching it. So if anything, it's a little rude. Not rude, I guess, but a little against the creator's wishes to be... There's the map. To be watching it. And... So, yeah, it's just really uncomfortable sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, man, we're super exposed to it now, but I agree. Yeah, I just don't think that's a good, like, it is just kind of the way of the world now. But it does make me super uncomfortable to have to be sitting at work listening to small children sing Loser Baby. I love Loser Baby as a song. It's a good song. It's a quality song. But I do not want to hear small children singing it either. That's kind of like... And again, like, for my biggest issue there not being the fault of the production crew, like, it's pretty solid, honestly. I mean, I grew up watching Mr. Felix. Mr. Felix? Who is that? Kjelberg. Maybe I'm out of the loop. PewDiePie. Oh! Yeah. I wasn't huge on PewDiePie as a kid. I watched a little, but I think most of what I was watching was Markiplier, if anything. I was mostly like in cartoon scenes and stuff. But yeah, like there's some things. Yeah, you do sound like Markiplier. it's the voice. Hello, everybody. I'm very flattered. Markiplier's voice is like peak. It's great. Thank you. Hello, I am Madam Inkblot. That made my day. I've just subconsciously picked up the vocal pattern. I do watch a lot of his projects though, like The Edge of Sleep was really good. I guess the podcast Edge of Sleep, I've seen the first episode of the show, but I wanted to watch it with my folks, so I haven't seen the rest of it yet. I'm trying to think of other, like, streamers I watched when I was a kid, or, like, YouTubers and stuff, but I think I watched a little of Dan and Phil like every other, preteen that grew up in the 2000s, so I'm not special there, but, yeah, I'm not really big on it. That reminds me that dude who commissioned that animation really had one of the characters from Has Been really added onto that band. Friends, they're singing for me. Didn't he make a FNAF one too? Like he commissioned a FNAF one? Like with Roxy? Same guy? Has like the hat and the glasses. Kinda like vaguely like Nickelodeon animation, or not animation art style. Did he? That's nuts. I don't know, maybe. I saw a guy that looked very similar doing like the exact same thing where he's like afraid of Roxanne Wolf, if that and then runs off and she's like, "Hey, get back here," and like goes to chase after him, but I haven't seen, I don't know if that's the whole animation. It's 3D. It's actually very good like 3D animation, I should mention. I don't want to discredit the quality, like it's very good. But yeah, I don't know if it's the same guy or not. I do remember hearing about that, like he spent a lot of money commissioning that. It was Charlie, right, in that animation that the guy commissioned? I feel like it's Charlie. I'm so out of the loop. No, but it's so funny because that was my thing when I was back in high school. How does bro not grow up from that? Everyone goes through that phase. I guess some people just dedicate themselves to the phase lifestyle. I don't think it's bad to like necessarily commission artists for like personal stuff like that. Like if you just, they're like, hey, yeah, it was Charlie, I think her name was, the main girl, yeah. If you're like, hey, I've got the, like I follow a artist that I really like, that one of my, is like a friend of a friend, we haven't met in person though, who draws fan art of their avatar and one of the Hell of a Boss characters, but it's not like entirely self-serving. It's just like, I really like this character and I really like my my avatar, and they look cute next to each other in a picture. So like I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing just to like commission or draw personal art of stuff like that just for fun, but to, at a certain point, the financial burden of those things gets a little insane. Because animation is not cheap. Those are like 12 unique drawings a second, if it's the standard format. Like on average, it's 12. It's 24 frames per second and you animate on 2s. But, like, gosh diddly dang, that's insane. Yeah, that sounds pretty different from wanting to be banged by the character who is in canon, I believe, didn't swing that way. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She super doesn't. Or at least, I don't know if she doesn't entirely, or if she's bi, or if they scrapped that. Actually, I used to... Oh, by the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. My name's Cornifer, and you're the best. And I've always loved exploring the world. Why, when I hatched, I wandered off immediately, leaving my best sister and my poor mother behind. So cute. Such a good character, sweet boy. But yeah, I remember seeing stuff, and I guess I don't know how accurate my memory will be, but I used to like follow busy stuff like when I was looking at getting into art school and things like that. So like the famous Kesha AMV with the wolf girl character. I read a little bit of Zootopia. Not very much. I had a hard time getting into that one. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't really, I don't remember if it was bad or not. I don't have any particular negative memories of it. It wasn't quite my thing. Like the whole, I think I read up to the point where like the lady who's afraid of animals gets to the school with the animals, and I was like, that's really sad. And then I stopped because I just didn't like the idea of someone not liking animals. But I feel like I saw art of a character similar to Charlie, like on a date with a male character, but it could be a totally different character and I'm just not remembered correctly. Heck yeah. But yeah, she's super in a committed relationship with Baggy, so. But nah, it's all wild. I do think that Vivzy like put out a statement at one point. She's like, as long as it's all fun and games and you're not trying to convince people it's canon, I don't really care what you do. It's a very laissez-faire way to do it, which I'm not against, but yeah. I don't know. Bro can spend his money however he wants. It got an artist money, so I support that, I guess. As with most artists, yes. Yeah. If it gets more independent artists a chance to like practice their— oh, dang it, I wasn't trying to do that. A chance to practice their craft and get their name out there and show off their skills, get some portfolio pieces, then I think it's a good thing. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any fictional characters I like enough that I would want to commission fun, like, flirty art of. It's a long list coming. I'm kidding. There are a lot of characters that I'm like, oh man, I wish you were real. You're cool. But I don't. I'm broke. Your professors brought up any AI. Yeah, in a very highly negative context, as is, you know, expected, I suppose. I am fervently against AI art. And my professors are as well. It's just, at a certain point, it's theft. Like, there's a technique that artists will use a lot for creating reference images called photo bashing. Which is just taking a bunch of images and kind of like lazily photoshopping them together to get like a concept of what you want your drawing to look like. And because you can spend hours and hours online looking for like the perfect reference to get an idea of what you want and never find it. So I am fully in support of photo bashing, and I think AI being used to photo bash isn't a bad thing. Like, to create references based off of what you're looking for and what you need to tell it, and saving yourself the hours scrolling on Pinterest and getting distracted, I think that's totally fine. But using those photo bashed images that are created out of other people's work, that's not cool. Don't do that. That's not real art. Art takes time and practice and study. It's a constantly evolving process, and a computer cannot capture it the same way that a person can. Yeah, but the issue is what the AI is learning from. Yeah, that's the biggest problem, yeah. Is that if you feed a bunch of like images that me and other artists make to an AI and it starts quote-unquote learning to draw like us, a lot of it isn't actually— oh, the loading's done, it's dark. A lot of it isn't actually that it's learning anything. It's just cutting and pasting things based off of similarities it can detect, which is not the same thing. I think a friend of mine at one point posted on either their Instagram or sent it to me or Discord or something, where you could see their watermark in the AI photo. Because it didn't actually like study the drawing and learn it like a person does. It just copy pasted, smushed it all together in a photo bash. And again, like, photo bashing for reference is fine. It's stealing it and then claiming it's the same as the artist who spent ages of study and practice and dedicated learning to understand how to create that art. That's the issue I have. So, also, like, if you're like, hey, I don't know how to draw, but I had this idea, here it is, I used AI to make it, and you're just upfront about it not being the same skill level, then yeah, that's fine. But typing in key prompts and refining key prompts is not comparable to studying and learning artwork. It can be a great starting point for reference and for getting your ideas together, but they are not the same. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very, like, uppity about it because it's very sad for me, like, struggling so much to find a job at all, let alone in the art industry, because it's so shut down right now. Actively seeing stuff for, like, we're looking for a graphic designer, and then I'm like, okay, well, I know enough art to do graphic design, even though that's not what my degree was in. I kind of side studied that enough, good gravy, to figure that out. I could probably do it. And then I go to apply for the job, and it's like, none of the skills on there are actual art. It's like, we want you to know how to, like, AI prompt. I'm like, that's not the same thing! So I don't know, maybe I'm just bitter about it because I'm broke, but still. I would love to be able to have there be more awareness around the differences and stuff. Not like that there's no awareness around it. It can be really frustrating to see, like, the skills that I spent, like, 4.5 years of a degree program to study, and then also spent, I think it was probably 8 or 9 years of independent study on my own to learn. No! First death, no. Just from being stupid. I personally think they should be used at all if it is inherently using art without a credit or without consent. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a very, very unethical thing to steal it. And, like, if you're photo bashing, you're not usually sharing that and claiming it as yours. If you're not giving credit, then that's a whole other problem. Like, if you photo bash, it's taking stuff off Google Images, combining them together, and then you don't use them for anything else other than, like, a rough guide for what you're drawing. It's never posted, it's never claimed as yours, it's never claimed as art. It is, I like these 2 Pinterest pictures, and this is the closest I could find to what I need. And yeah, anytime you post anything that uses someone else's work without crediting them or asking them, it's a bad thing. Yeah, no, slow mode is still on at 36. Dang it! I thought I turned that off! I don't know if it'll... Does it live change the settings, or do I have to, like, start the stream to get it to change? I can't believe my first death wasn't even to a boss. I'm so frustrated by that. It's gonna happen again. I can hear my little haunted soul around here somewhere. Yeah, you probably have to restart stream for it to play. Yeah. Ah, well. Next time. I don't want to restart. Motherfucker, I thought I had it. Oh gee, calm down, it's a fucking idiot. It's stupid shit all the time, it's fine. Yeah. But it's the first death. I'm kidding. It'll cycle back around. My first two, honestly, just because I forgot those things exploded when I first got down there. Just enjoy yourself. Yeah, I am. Ah! I wonder if this game is easier or harder on the Switch. Like with the controls. Because I am not purchasing 2 copies of a video game. But I don't, not that I could stream it anyway, I don't have a capture card. But I do wonder, like, with most people, what they find simpler for the control scheme. Come here. There we go. Alrighty. No, but yeah, why I asked if you played this just on your own, because one of the streamers I modded who quit because they put so much pressure on themselves to make progress, whether it be on through beating bosses that just made the game not fun anymore. Oh yeah, no, I'm not really that worried about it. I am not great at platform games to begin with. So I'm not really all that stressed about doing well or not well. Like, I do get frustrated and angry after a certain amount of time, but I don't really care about, like, the pressure to finish on stream or anything like that. I haven't beaten the game on my own. I just, because I'll get grumpy about it not doing what I want it to do. But no, any frustration or anger or grumps that I display is not indicative of me not having fun. It is just part of the process. I am a little sad about the $1,000 I lost. 1,000 shell or stag or whatever it's called. It's not stag. Stag is the bus guy. The pressure to finish on stream, time to take that out of context. Yeah. That kind of finishing on stream you can fake a lot easier. You need to take some of the pressure off there. Nobody clipped that. Fucking yo, yeah. Once I get into it, man, I'm gonna be a nightmare. I'm being well behaved for now. Oh, I just looked at my OBS. It looks like he's sitting on my hat. Hello. Little guy. Hello.
Oh, Bakura Finero.
You're the bank. Geo. It's Geo. Geo's the money. I don't have enough Geo, but I'll come back when I do. Now it would be really funny if your parents were here. They are not. I'm sure they'll find out. I'm like, my brother has a YouTube account where he does game streams too and stuff like that, and he has made some risque jokes, so I'm not as worried about it because I know my parents have seen those ones. And if they're not mad at him, they can't be mad at me. So. Isn't this something? I'd not expected to discover so huge a stag station after that foggy descent. The bugs of Hollowness must have been an impressive lot, building such grand structures so far into these wilds. Seems dangerous creatures about haven't made their way in here. It's a perfect place for a quick rest. But no, my My folks and stuff are generally pretty chill, but I'm sure they would be mortified if I got it too far. But yeah. Maybe your parents think you're the non-vulgar one because of it and will get very disappointed when they find out that is in fact not the case. Nah. I think, well, it could go either way, I guess, because I think part of it's the, you know, like son versus daughter inherent bias, which they're not the worst about, honestly. I've seen some of my friends have much bigger, like, gaps in how they're treated because of the male versus female sibling thing. But I think, generally, they'll be okay. Plus, they make some crazy jokes sometimes, too, so if push comes to shove, I can just be like, but remember this one time you said this one thing? You can't be mad at me. How much longer do you plan to stream? By the way, it's been a lovely chat. It's been a lovely chat talking to you, too. I have no idea how long I've been streaming for, actually. I was thinking like an hour or two. I started at like, what, 3 o'clock my time? Yes, it's almost been 2 hours. So probably not much longer. Let's see. I will... Damn LMAO, hold on. Holding the jokes against them. Yeah, I mean, fair. All is fair. Turnabout's fair play. That's the term I'm looking for. I think I'll get back to Green Path. And then... Ah! Motherfucker. It has been 2 hours already. Well, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, I'll probably head back to Green Path, and then I'm actually working on a VR chat 3D model for my look for Inkblot. I've changed the design a little bit, like the clothes and stuff, to give her more of a sporty look that seems to be popular on VR chat instead of my classic witch dress. Which maybe I'll pull up the art for that before I leave, just kind of give people a preview. But I do need to get back to work on that. By the way, you didn't contact that person earlier talking about. They contacted me. I think they've contacted me before, honestly, but I'm always down to look at work. But I don't need commissions, probably. I went through a whole, like, education for that. But I'm still happy to look at their work. I won't probably take them up on their commissions. And I think I mentioned that earlier, too, that, like, I'm happy to take a look at things, but, yeah, I don't know if I'll... Bro, they bots. Yeah, I've had a feeling, but still. You never know. But yeah, I'm not looking at my phone too much during stream. Like, if I look down for too long, it gives me like a weird blank or holdover. Particularly because of my glasses. Like, I didn't want to take my glasses off. They go on every small streamer's chat to say they'll do commission work. All of them say the same thing. Ah, alright. Yeah, bogus. What's that? Did I go here yet? Yeah, I did. But yeah, it's really too bad that I feel like that gives some discredit to the people who are actually, like, freelance commissioners. It's an actual scam, by the way. Apparently they talk to you, try to get a down payment and not deliver. Yeah, I'm not ordering commissions, no. I get a lot of people offer commissions, and that's very generous, but I, too, am capable of the art, so I think I'm good. I get a lot of non-bots offer, too, but yeah. No, I am honestly getting real sick of, like, people trying to scam artists all the time. I have had so many fake check scams come through my feed, trying to get me to do fake commissions, and, like, that is so freaking frustrating. Like, I hate that. No, but every self-respecting artist doesn't go on small streamers chat and advertise their art. They don't! No, that's not how you network. That's not how you make connections. But yeah, I've gotten, like, offers for commissions before that were, like, check scams, where they're like, oh, you know, I'd love to get you to do this thing for my kid's birthday, or whatever, my dying mom's Christmas, or something. Like, they always have like some sob story about it, where it's like, I love your art and I need something desperately last minute, can you please do this thing? And then I'm like, okay. And then it's like, by the way, I can't pay you through anything but a check, can you give me your bank account number? No I cannot. Yeah, it's messed up, it's stupid, and like, I'm like, I usually, like, the default response is, and it's tough too because there's like maybe a 1% chance it's real, but that 1% chance is money that I don't have. So I'll usually be like, I'll say yes, but what are you gonna pay me with? And then when they're like, well, my card isn't working and I can only pay you through check. You need to give me your bank account number so I can send you a check. Will you do commissions for exposure though? I'll post your art on Instagram. Of course, every artist works in exposure. That's the only way to work these days. But yeah, and I'll be like, I only accept commissions through PayPal or Venmo. I will not be accepting check payment. Damn it. And then yeah, boop. They're gone. Where'd they go? How'd they go? And they just like ghost it, and I'm like, yeah, that was bogus. And then typically I try to like report the account, even though I know it's a dummy account, just so that like at least that dummy account isn't able to scam anybody else. But I think it's funny because sometimes they'll post like they'll post photos on the account. But they're not of the same person. Like, they'll post pictures of, like, a bunch of different stock photo models on their account for, like, hanging out at the beach, hanging out at the amusement park, and they're different people. I'm like, y'all couldn't even figure out a way to do, like, a consistent scam? Like, what? Breaking the lights. But see how I'm getting better? I said no instead of yeah, sure, why not? Kind of reminds me how scams in general evolved with the internet. Yeah, they really did. Some people saw the internet as a tool for growth and opportunity and knowledge, and then other people saw it as an opportunity to get rich quick, and other people saw it as an opportunity for lots of other things. There's a whole musical number about that, though. I don't need to go into it. Yep. Geo. What's this way? Oh no. Dating scams are pretty wild. I wouldn't know. I'm sure they are, yeah, the whole, like, bots being like, hi, I'm a pretty lady, do you want to come hang out with me? Like, no, I'm good. The funny thing is that, like, I get those kind of scams, and I do not date women. And I get a lot of stuff where it's like, oh yeah, I'm just this, like, hey, you look really cute, and I'm, like, really lonely. Do you want to go on a date? And I'm like, you're barking up the wrong tree, friend. Yeah, I definitely need to mess with my settings because it's still censoring you. Hold on. Like, who let grandpa on the internet look for sugar babies? Just gonna, jeez Louise. Yep. No, I had a friend who got messed up with one of those scams. It's just wild. People take advantage of the lonesome. But yeah, it's chat pause. Don't pause the chat. I also just don't like the process of that at all. But like, where pretty lonely. It's my social interaction right here. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I tend to get overwhelmed with too much social interaction. Like if I've got too many Discord channels going at once, I just don't talk to any of them. My brain explodes. But yeah, I don't know. The people in my area that I've seen on dating sites are typically either scams or they're jerks, so I do not use those anymore. Just gonna get back to the nearest bench, and then I think I'm going to stop streaming. Well, I'll pull up that art I said I was gonna pull up, and then I'll stop. I just got the sense of humor and personality built for stuff like this. Imagine how well I'm vibing with you. And remember that I was raised on entirely different cultures, like a 12-hour time difference. Yeah, man! Honestly, like, there's tons of people from entirely different, like, places and cultures and stuff like that I'm like... people are the same. Like, human beings are a universal experience. There's always, like, differences and stuff. Like, I'm not naive, but, like... people can vibe with people if they're just nice. I just need to find a bench. Where am I? I'm saying I cannot talk to anyone here. Oh! Yeah, I misinterpreted that immensely. Sorry. You're doing great, though, for a 12-hour time difference. somewhere around here's a bench, right? Well, yeah, but that's the thing is like there it is. For such a massive distance between people, like it's pretty rad. All right, well that's enough Hollow Knight. I've saved quite too many. I just did a big old stretch, but I still vibe better with you than most folks here. Like most of the folks on the internet. Come on. Know where I live. Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, there's a lot of folks on the internet. There's no way. Let's see if I can get my just chatting mode started. Oh, now I'm all up in the corner. Hello. Here, this way I can... Why is my... Oh. Duh. There we go. Chilling in my little bedroom. But yeah, no, so that's... It must have been a really confusing way to illustrate that. I mean, talk about how most people got lonely. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, you're, I got sleep brain. And apparently my camera's still mad at my glasses. There we go. Calibrate! Yay, okay. But yeah, so that, I think, is gonna do it for today. I would love to stream Blender sometime, but I'm not sure if it'll cooperate with me while I'm streaming. It'll be rough. But hopefully we see a 3D Inkblot soon. A much sportier Inkblot, but still. Well, art time! Art time! Art time's the best time. I get to do the thing. But yeah, thanks for chatting with me. Big time for the Not Big Man James. I appreciate it a lot. It kept me company. And I didn't do too bad. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope I'm streaming again soon, but I don't want to make promises I can't keep, so we'll see what happens. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye! Oh, I came back. No, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was trying to pull up the artwork. I forgot I turned off my mic. But it's not working. I'm not bringing VTube Studio back. Though. Can I just like drop you in? Can I bring this up? Well, I guess it's not going to show it. It's just showing a black screen even though it's my PNG. Hi. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get that art in there. Just switch that back. If I pop into my thing here. Properties. Not normal. Why would they do that to you? Yuzi! Because they don't value my time. I'm sorry. Hi, Hughesy. I'm gonna go back to my just chatting mode and I'll log back into VTube Studio. I was trying to show some art, Hughesy. It's not working. Good morning. I tried to turn slow mode off. It's not cooperating with me. I'm trying it again. See if that works. I'm gonna keep it at 3 seconds, just not blow my computer up. How are you, Hughesy? Let me get my face back up. I was just about to end the stream, but now I don't want to. Yeah, but art, yeah. I don't know what its problem is. It's not bringing it up. I could try. I'm gonna try messing with it a little bit, but it's fighting me. VTube Studio launch. I'm just waking up. Oh, it's a late morning for you. How you doing? If I could get anything to cooperate with me. How long did you stream back then? A few months? This is probably, yeah, a couple times. Yeah, VTube, I get it. Oh, I took my hat off. Hello, are you gonna track, madam? There we go, I'm back. She's being feisty today. She doesn't want to cooperate. Make me a little bigger. I want to bring Quill back. I want Quill. But yeah, I think probably a couple months. Like maybe I'd say like 6 streams total. It was like 1 a week. At the time, that was all I could really fit in with school and stuff. But yeah. This gives me my immortal vibes. I don't know if I should be insulted. I don't know, man. I'm a goth girl. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. But yeah, I would honestly love to get to like have this kind of decorations in my room too. I do have a bookcase now. It's just not purple. And it doesn't have a broom hook on it. But yeah, no, I'm doing alright. It's being good. I wonder if I could set up... Oh wait, no, not you. Madam, please. There we go. It does look pretty though. Thank you. So what doing? Well, I thought I was done actually, but I don't want to leave right when you get here. I guess like I could either play a different game for a bit, because I did play plenty Hollow Knight, or I could try and see if Blender will work with the streaming, but I am following a tutorial, so that might be a little annoying to watch. Why don't you have a coffin though? There's more than these corners in the room. Actually, do I have a coffin? No, I have a cauldron and a magic circle carpet. Coffin's on the other, in one of the other rooms. But yeah, I could either try Blender on here, or I could try another game. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. A cauldron in your room, that's a fire hazard. It's lit by magic crystals! I got magic crystal lighting. I'm fire safe. Look. Oh, stop winking, madam. It's got its little crystals. I forgot I had my cursor view on. I guess it's a leak hazard for sure. But I do splash in my cauldron-y activities. But yeah, I could either just hang out and talk, or I'd like to do something. Let's see what I got on Steam. Looks like Stardew Valley. I've already streamed that at one point. I could go back to that. Marvel Rivals Monster Prom. Fields of Mystria. Cult of the Lamb. Blender. There's no way Baldur's Gate cooperates. But yeah, I'm up for anything. Let's see. Husey, what do you think I should do? Besides put my contacts in next time I stream. If you need to end the stream, you can. I don't need to. I was gonna work on the Blender stuff a little bit. Either way. I could probably pop that bad boy on, actually. Move OBS to my main screen, and then... pop open Blender. if I can find it again. There it is. Launch. We'll see how this goes. It might lag terribly. Yeah. We'll set up Blender. We'll switch over to drawing mode. And then I'll have to finagle myself back on the screen. Eh. Go away. Go away. There we go. Alright, and then let's... Blender. Jeez Louise, Blender. Get in frame, pal. It's an impromptu setup. I haven't streamed with Blender yet. There we go. Get that bad boy in there. Close enough. There we go. Alright, and then I can minimize these. So yeah, you can see here, I've had to redo this a lot because I cannot get it right. I'm not experienced with Blender yet. So, bear with me. But so far, because I had to restart the face a little bit, this is what we have for the... I'm going to bring that back. This is what we have for the face. Just kind of a cage right now. And the thing I really screwed up last time was the mouth. I had issues with that. So... Two things at Twitch stats. Away. You might want to change title and category. Oh yeah, you're right. 'm gonna leave Bring On the Suffering as the subtitle, though that's still accurate. And then category... Was Blender its own category? Doesn't look like it. Just put it under art. And swap out the wrong tags. Modeling, Blender, Blender art. There we go. Alright, updated, accurate. Perfect. Alright, and then if I remember correctly in the tutorial I was watching, the next step was the rest of the nose and then the eyes. There we go. Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna actually scooch this point a wee bit. This is honestly more science in art than I'm used to. Let's see, she should be in my history. But yeah, so I had at one point references in there, but it was kind of throwing me off a little bit, so I'm going to match her to references when I'm texture painting. But so far, I've got this side of like actual faces, and they're mirrored on the y-axis, so that I don't have to do all of it at once. I can just work on half the face at a time. Let's check my cheeks there. Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, so we're just building out like the cage, and then I'll start filling in the actual topology in a minute. Oh, scooch that in. But yeah, so I think the next step is just to... Damn, this looks really nerdy. It is though! It's not a bad thing to be nerdy, but yeah, it is. It's super mathy. This is not a program that they covered in my school either, so I'm teaching myself basically from scratch. Okay, yeah. So actually, he does the eyes next, it looks like. So... let's see. I think I'm going to insert a new point here. Go, and then extrude out. And that'll be the eye. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 points to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 points to start. Let's make sure I got those on the right curvature here. You're gonna want stuff, I don't know why I'm talking like I know anything about this program, but you want stuff to like kind of line up proper. And then, there we go. Kind of like how the actual skull looks, so that you get like an idea. And then now I can start exaggerating things a bit. The cool thing too is that like this is gonna be low poly enough that I can get like good eye tracking. Like I know that my current model isn't a super like anime styled model, but the anime style 3D models are actually very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Low poly and still look really good. I think that's one of the reasons that games like Genshin and Star Rail and stuff, like all the MiHoYo games, tend to run as well as they do, is because their models are not nearly as high poly as they look, which is kind of the goal. Alright, and then I'm actually trying to go with like this tutorial pretty closely, so I want to see how many points he had it on his eyes. There we go. So it looks like he had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So... What's the last anime you've seen? Dungeon Meshi. Sorry, I'm choking over here, but like, yeah, Dungeon Meshi. I love Dungeon. I love that one. Delicious in Dungeon is the other name, I think. 6, 8, 10, 12. I had 16. Yeah, I did. I loved it. I loved Senshi's character is always a big hit with everybody for very, very good reasons, but I liked him and Marcel a lot. I like I like all of them. I really can't pick a favorite. They're all great. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's a good show. It's the best. I love it. Okay, there we go. He already kind of sized his to where I want mine. I guess I can bring this point up a little bit, get that kind of more stylized curve. The one thing that's different is he doesn't have his attached here in the middle. I guess I should probably get rid of those, because at some point... This is the part that I struggled with the most, was keeping count of my vertices. Because, like, if you're gonna make a mesh out of this, everything needs... Marcel? I have no idea. When I read it the first time, I read it as Marcel. Marcel, I think, is another option. I don't know. The stuck-up elf lady, I like her. Let's see. Get some water. But one of the important parts of the modeling process is you have to make sure like all of these points line up to points up here to keep things consistent, make sure they have a place to go, because you really want to try and avoid triangles unless you're doing like the mouth area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 9. Oh no, he had 9. I had it right. There we go. Another useful skill when trying to 3D model is knowing how to count. I'm just gonna bunch these guys back up with the curvature of the forehead. Is that right? Yeah, that looks good. But one of the cool things about the tutorial is it shows you how to add a custom like anime toon shader. Have you finished the manga? No, I have not. I read a couple and borrowed copies, and I haven't gotten the chance to get my hands on the rest. I would like to, though. I don't have a whole lot of manga. I'm not really actually that big into like manga and anime. Most of what I grew up on is like Batman. But 17. Sorry, I'm quiet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm down. I'm over 1. There we go. And then we can curve this guy out a little bit. But no, I'm a big, like, most of the stuff I read growing up was like Batman comics, DC comics, Wonder Woman, all that jazz. And I love all of those comics so much. But I am interested in getting into like more of the anime and manga stuff. I do love Junji Ito. Like, Junji Ito is a big time fave. I've got... What all do I have of his? I've obviously got, like, you know, Tomie and Uzumaki. Everyone has those. But I also have Shiver, Love Sickness. There's another one. I keep wanting to say Shuichi, but that's the male protagonist from Uzumaki. What's on your manga list? To one day acquire? Chainsaw Man. That's the big one. More Junji Ito. I want to get Junji Ito's Frankenstein graphic novel desperately. Definitely Dungeon Meshi. And then I don't know what all Sailor Moon has in the way of manga, because I know they're the anime as well, but that was kind of one of their focuses. But I would love to read anything for them, because they're super cute. Oh, and Madoka. Everyone loves Madoka. I want to see Madoka stuff. Because I know that the manga goes hard. To read, yeah. Yeah, Chainsaw Man's awesome. Yeah, I loved watching Chainsaw Man, for sure. Every now and again where I work, we sell manga copies, but it's pretty rare that we get them in, especially lately with, like, the holidays and stuff. Our shipment's been weird. But yeah, I would love to get the chance to read a whole bunch more of them. Looks like you have 2 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there we go. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then looks like 2 of them here. Oop. There we go. You can read Chainsaw Man right now. I should read Chainsaw Man as soon as I'm done with Blender. Like that. I like owning physical copies better than I like reading the digital ones, but whatever gets it read, you know. Oh. Let's see. Looks like it's 3 loops here. What I'm doing right now is adding in some extra vertices to help smooth it out, and these will connect to the points on the eyes. I pulled them out too in. Pull those guys this way. But yeah, no, I really liked the kind of like the real gritty stakes that Chainsaw Man has. It feels very exciting and actually like scary and stuff to read, or not read, watch when you actually, there's like real terror and tension and characters are like hanging by a thread at any minute. I don't like it when creators like overuse that, but when done properly, I think it can be a very useful, like, dramatic tool. But a lot of it just depends, I think, on like what the creators end up doing with it. Or you prefer like having a physical copy? I like the physical copies better. I don't have any room on my bookshelf for physical copies, but I do love physical copies. I read a lot of like fantasy novels and stuff too, so that ends up being the majority of my shelf. But I do love both of them. Oh golly, I don't know why I'm yawning. They end up being a lot of fun. Alright, now nose. Looks like just cutting these in half. off digital copies and pirating manga and just never reach it here. Yeah. That's the hard part too, is like when they're not available, you're kind of like forced into the piracy, and that's never a fun place to have to live either. Good for you living on a country that says I don't know why I read those out of order, but yeah. For Timely Manor, for the most part anyway, where we get them, where I go to get them anyway. And then 2 points up at the top. Or maybe 3. Nah, 2 should be good. One of my friends has been waiting for a copy of the Book of Bill for 6 months. Ah! Yeah, that happens. That's one of the frustrating things too for like working in retail, is that happens so often and people are like, "Where's my copy?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I had it." Oh, hello. Like, I really don't have any idea what happens to them in the shipment process. I wish I did. I desperately do, but sometimes they just like poof into midair and I'd never see them again. Don't need that. Gotta be careful with the face shape with stuff like this. I'm gonna make the eyes bigger too. I hope she gets her copy, or at least like a refund or something soon though, because that sucks. No, don't rotate it, just pop her out a wee bit. There we go. Just out of curiosity, why can't my friend just go into the store / a branch and pick up one of the books for free? It's an inventory thing. So like, we can refund, well, we can't actually in the store. So like, where I work specifically, the online ordering system and our store systems do not touch each other. Like, we are not allowed to go in and cancel your order. We are not allowed to go in and refund your order if it doesn't show up. Like, we have to call customer service and they have to redirect us to a whole other branch of the company. Like, they just don't allow us that access. I don't know why they don't allow us that access, but we just don't have it. Did I not tell you to switch to Select Lasso? So they just do not react to each other. And then it's a inventory thing, because like the systems will typically say like, okay, well, this copy is here, even if it's not. And if we let you take one of the other books just in exchange, our system will freak out. So typically what we can do, the best thing, is to sell you that copy of the book like you didn't already buy it. And then as soon as your order comes in, refund it for you or cancel it once it's in the store. because we're not able to touch those orders until it shows up at our door. It just doesn't even show up in our computer system. So once it pops up, like, you buy that copy, and then we get that the copy you ordered, and we just cancel the order and put that back on our shelf. That's typically what happens. It is a major pain in the butt, though. They actually did that a couple of times with one of my orders, because one of the issues too is that a lot of the times the websites aren't accurate to what we have and what we don't. So it can be really kind of up in the air. So like, I'll order stuff because I get the discount, so like, of course I'm gonna order stuff. And a few times now it's been like, yeah, we had to cancel your order, and I'm like, well, I work here. what do you mean? And they're like, yeah, we just didn't have it in the warehouse. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say that? And it's because, like, it doesn't update in real time, so they'll oversell stuff that they don't have, and then we can't do anything about it. Just major. Hello! Thank you, Plobby! Hi! Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're ready for some fun. We're doing some modeling today. Thank you for the follow. Super happy to have you, no problem. Thanks for coming in. We're following a tutorial, so we're a little wonky at the moment, but we just put on some eye sockets. I'm also like brand spanking new to Blender, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, no, I hope that the ordering systems improve, because they are a pain in the butt where I work, but it's not really anyone in particular's like fault either. But oh, I should probably plug the tutorial I'm using too. Cool, welcome to the cult. Yeah! Blender cult, Blender cult, the Blender cult. I've used Maya before, and Maya made me want to like cut my arm off. One of us, one of us. Yeah, I made my 2D model all by myself, but I have not experimented much with 3D. And if all goes according to plan, this model, Blender will make you want to cut your arm off too. No! I need a 3D software that doesn't hate me. Oh, man. Blender, no. I mean, it has already, but I just assume it's because I'm dumb, not because it's ancient. Maya's so old. I'm surprised it doesn't crumble into dust every time it needs a update. It is an ancient system. It belongs to the evil gods or something. I don't know. Alright, he brought in some of these edges. But yeah, I am following a tutorial by someone called 2am. Yeah, it's like lovingly want to cut your arm off. Oh, okay. It's like the holidays. Yeah, if you have any tips too while I'm going, I'm just following a tutorial. I'm happy to hear them. This tutorial is about like modeling the face and then adding custom shaders. I've been following it pretty closely, but it's the first tutorial that seems like it's working for me. I did have to do it twice, but I think it's because I miscalculated the vertices somewhere and just decided it would be easier to start over rather than like messing with it. But okay, we're adding some subdivisions here. But like, the whole idea is like it's a no subdivision surface modifier tutorial, which is super fun, because like I am specifically trying to make this so that it'll run fast and run on VR chat. And if I got the right count here, like boop 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 badoop 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 badoop. Yeah, okay, we're good. So I am not a character artist by any stretch, but I'm quite familiar with the program. Any tips I have most related to UI, pain points, etc., which is probably for the best. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't messed with a whole lot of those yet, so any advice you got's much appreciated. I mostly like doing like character and prop art, as demonstrated by like my wiggle body here. And this will be kind of a new like sporty version, which I was trying to show off, but oh wait, I can hold on. Shift A, image, reference, and then it will not be in VR. It will be in my desktop, which is down here. Yeah, I'm historically more prop environment modeling, but now I've been dabbling in some character stuff for VTuber. Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. Here we go. Okay, yeah. She's not a one-to-one like a sculpt model. I'm building a basic body first, and then I'm going to customize her later. But this was the art I was trying to show you guys earlier. This is what I'm going for. I want to add a tail, too. I decided midway through. I have a tail now. Little devil tail. Just because I think it'd be cute. Super cute. Thank you! Aw! Yeah, I thought a sporty look would be really fun to go with. So this is like my rough concept design. And then I have a couple more body references that I've got pulled up on my iPad. Or not my iPad. My iPad ran out of battery again. My phone. To keep in mind. But I want to build like a basic, reusable, recyclable little anime-style body first. Speaking of UI tips, have you increased your undo steps yet? I haven't! You can do that? How do I do that? How do I do that right now? Please do. Yeah. Hold on. I imagine it's... Okay, that's just the actual history. Edit preferences system. Thank you. System. There we go. Memory and limits. Undo memory limit. 0. Undo steps. What it 256? Yeah. Boop. Cool. I thought it just didn't have one. You know, like Maya sometimes just craps out after a while where it's like, undo. No, you've made a commitment. Yeah, no, like this is so nice. I thought it was just like that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, this is the kind of stuff that like I as a newbie need to learn. Especially, like, I was taught Maya at school. I was not taught Blender, and they didn't start teaching Blender until after I left, which is very frustrating. You'll also periodically, I know it's like a cardinal sin, but you'll occasionally see me, like, actually select this to tab. I don't know why I am so anti-tab, but whatever. I'm still building the habit. Alright, you guys, come here. And we're gonna... Is that still a quad? Yeah, okay, so... Looks like add in that point, and then... Boop! There we go. I wanna fix the bridge a little bit. Should be good. And then I am pretty confident that we're going to be lowering the rest of that soon, but not before we start extruding out my eyebrow line. Girl's gotta emote. Whoop. Whoop. 2, 3, looks like 4 and 5. And then I'll need to adjust them in the 3D here in a minute. Alright, where is I should line these up better. I really struggle with topology. Like when it comes to sculpting and just goofing around like it's actual clay and like push pulling the model, I can do that just fine. When it comes to actual like topology optimization, like that's where the whoopsie doodles come into play a lot. Alright, looks like we're lining these guys up here. I don't have a super dramatic line there. Alright. I'll line that up a little nicer. Yeah, topo's hard. I've been doing this for 4 years and I am barely at the point where I'd say I'm almost half decent sub-D modeler. Well, not super intuitive or artistic. Well, I think the fact that you can do it at all makes you at least a little intuitive and artistic, because that's kind of part of the, oh lord. That's kind of part of the gig from what I've seen, is you can't really do this kind of stuff if you don't have at least a little intuition or artistic ability. I'm kind of going the other way, where like I am terrible with like the engineering type stuff. That is just not how my brain is structured. But I have a lot of the creativity built in. So hopefully it'll pay off in the long run. Besides, that's one of the best parts, is like people with a more practiced engineering mind, or who are more practiced with like environments and stuff, we can help each other out a lot with the artistic stuff. Like if we ended up like having a project or something, like this was one of the fun things in school, is like I was really good at like monster design, for example, versus for character design. Like being able to help out people with that and like pick up each other's strengths and weaknesses was so cool. That's important as fuck. If it will keep you actually doing it, which is what will get you good at things like the modeling. Exactly. Yeah, like it's just, you get it. I don't need to keep going. You get it. It's so much fun though, too, just to figure stuff out, and it kind of helps build community to like talk to other people about it too. And I like building interest. That's one of the reasons I thought it would be fun to stream it when I decided to come back and stream, and I was glad that Husey and James agreed. Is that it lets other people kind of see how it goes, and get a feel for it. Let's get these attached too. It's starting to look like an actual face, and not just a weird cage. Yep, and then I already brought my stuff in. Oh, he topoed the top bit first. I should lower this just a teeny bit to line up better with the eyes. There we go. That's why I'm here. I haven't been active on Twitch long at all, mostly helping / meeting other artists in chat. Feels nice to branch out of the Blender Hermit Cave a bit. Yeah! No, that's another thing they don't talk about with art, is like it is so time consuming. You don't get time to talk to anybody. It is an all-consuming existence to be an artist. Let's bring you down a wee bit too, friend. Oh man, I hear the mother calling. I might have to call it here. I'll have to call it here for the stream, folks. Talk to you later. you.